If you've ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, are we alone in this vast universe? Then you're certainly not the first. That burning curiosity about alien life has captivated humans for centuries. And one summer night back in 1977, it felt like we finally had our answer, or at least a major clue. It was just another routine day for astronomer Jerry Ehman as he went about analyzing the data printouts from the massive Big Ear radio telescope at Ohio State University. Scanning each page, he expected to find nothing out of the ordinary, just the usual noise and static from peering deep into the cosmos. But then, something made him do a double take. His eyes locked onto an epically strong signal, far more potent than anything that jumble of numbers and symbols should represent. In that moment, Ehman had no earthly explanation for the incredible spike in data he was beholding. It blatantly stuck out like a sore thumb amongst the typical readings. In a move that would soon make him forever part of science lore, he quickly circled the perplexing characters and jotted down the first thought that came to mind. Wow. And just like that, the wow signal was etched into the records. A baffling 72-second burst of radio waves, detected at 11:16 p.m. on August 15th, blaring from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. An utterly inexplicable phenomenon that broke all conventional logic and unleashed more questions than answers. So what was it? A message from highly intelligent alien beings on the other side of the galaxy, attempting to make contact. Possibly a tight beacon broadcast to put us mere humans on notice that we're not alone? Or was it something far more rudimentary and disappointing? Just some bizarre, never-before-seen quirk of physics playing cosmic tricks? See, the wild part is that this signal checked off all the boxes of something that shouldn't occur naturally. For one, it was concentrated in an extremely narrow frequency bandwidth, the 1420 MHz range to be precise. Not only that, but this particular frequency just so happens to be the radio wavelength of neutral hydrogen, making it the universal hailing channel for any civilization trying to call out into the universe. Then you had the signal's stupendous strength, at a mind-blowing 30 times stronger than the tight beam broadcasts humans use for interstellar radio and TV transmissions. This wave was no feeble whisper. It blared so powerfully that it had to be produced by an inconceivably advanced source, far beyond our own capabilities. In the immediate aftermath, theories abounded as the minor media frenzy took hold. But just as quickly as this mysterious signal barged onto the scene, it vanished without a trace. Never to be heard from again, despite constant monitoring of that region by the Big Ear telescope, and a global network of radio observatories straining their instruments in hopes of rediscovering that single, stupendous burst from Sagittarius. Was it a flash in the cosmic pan, a random, linearly polarized burst of radio waves from some exotic astrophysical cataclysm, like a supernova or colossal stellar collision dispersing hydrogen in just the right concentrations to simulate an artificial beacon? The vast distances between stars and galaxies in that sector allow for myriad exotic possibilities. Or could it actually be the first inevitability in humanity's long-awaited encounter with an intelligent extraterrestrial race? An alien civilization, possibly millions of years more advanced than us, putting their unfathomably powerful broadcast technology to use in crying out to whatever company exists amongst the cold, eternal cosmos? In the 45 years since, no definitive conclusions have ever materialized. No replication has been achieved. No signals resembling that same signature have ever graced our telescopes from that region again. The WOW signal remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in the relatively young discipline of SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. A thought-provoking celestial curveball that has kept scientists and armchair space addicts talking for generations. While the sighting itself was extremely brief, its legacy is eternal. First, for that brief window of possibility it opened, that profound thought of what if, and for the childlike sense of wonder it instilled by reminding all of humanity that we are still novices when it comes to understanding our place in the wider universe. These days, the original recording of the WOW signal has achieved cult status amongst fervent alien hunters. It's been memorialized on YouTube, with tens of thousands hanging on every unexplained peak and lull in the readout. An entire cottage industry of analysis and theories has sprouted to try and decipher its deeper meaning or pass it off as something more terrestrial. But perhaps the greatest impact of the WOW signal is that it represented a thrilling loss of cosmic innocence. The way it momentarily chipped away at humanity's lonely existence and hinted at intelligence far beyond our own understanding. For 72 seconds, the universe felt like a magical, mystical place of infinite possibilities waiting to be uncovered. While no concrete answer may ever arrive, the spirit of the WOW signal endures, an eternal symbol of unanswered questions too tantalizing to ignore. It opened our minds to realities once thought unfathomable, and in doing so, reminded us to keep exploring the unexplored. For who knows what other wonders still await in the inky black canvas above.